And if somebody is open to learning about frankincense but concerned about getting a sales pitch, it's important we understand how frankincense essential oil versus herbs. Well, this was another woman's response to another woman's response that I even created a video on, and we're going to cover that today, and the link to the original video will be down in the description below. And here's what she said under this video. She says, isolating certain compounds of a plant is a very pharmaceutical approach toward medicine. What many are starting to discover is that plants are more complicated than just their isolated constituents. Different phytochemicals and biological agents within the plant help balance out the desirable constituent that you are separating from the rest of the plant. In this manner, essential oils are really a lot like I beg to differ, but we're going to get into my response after her comment is done. She then says, they can be very dangerous as well, being so volatile and powerful. I trust nature or God better than I trust human beings messing with what they don't understand. Well, it sounds like you're commenting on something you don't fully understand either, so wait, we're gonna get into that. Let's continue. She says, I try to use herbs in their presented form if I can, hoping to gain the broad spectrum of actions that any certain herb has to offer. Presently, I would like to learn more about frankincense, but I am having a hard time finding anything other than essential oil pitches, if you will. Well, that is her comment. Thank you for giving a piece of your mind. And so what I wanted to do is provide my side of things, and I said, thank you for the rebuttal. I hear what you're saying, but number one, essential oils are extracted from the plant, but the compounds are not isolated with the brand I use. The GCMS test results show that when compared to an ideal chemical constituent profile, essential oils have balancing compounds that make them the opposite of synthetic options made in a lab. All right, so that's understanding, hey, they're concentrated or taken or extracted from the plant, but that doesn't mean that oil is then further, isolated. Other brands may do that. doTERRA doesn't do that. They just extract it from the plant, they test it for purity, and that's it. They don't add anything else to make it impure. Number two, essential oils are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs, making them a more convenient way to get results. You don't have to grow the plant and dry the herbs or anything like that. You just get it from the bottle, which is very convenient. Especially with a brand that focuses on quality and transparent results, because the better the quality, the more consistent results you'll get and the more positive experience you'll receive, which is all very important. Number three, I said I don't sell, I serve people that are open to learning about natural solutions and using essential oils. Sales is the natural progression of going from problem to solution to product. I've learned that people buy from people they know, like, and trust, and that also goes for the products in the company as well. But that's very important. That's more sales psychology, and it's really important for even if you're not in sales to understand that, because then real can recognize real instead of just spewing ignorance and then calling that a fact or whatever you want to call it. And so that's really important. I've done a lot of research on that, and it's so important that everyone understands that, again, regardless if you're in a sales role or not. Even if you think you're not in sales, you are in sales, because you have to sell an idea, whether it's going out to eat somewhere or going on a vacation or picking out what dress you're going to wear or what thing you're going to wear to this or that, and people give their opinions on that, and you have to sell people on ideas all the time. So that's important, whether it's in business or personal life and stuff like that. So anyways, number four, everything on earth was made by God. Essential oils are just the collection of bottled plant immune system. That's another way to think about it. Similar to how your phone or your computer is the collection of glass, metal, and plastic. All of those components came from the earth, but were collected by man, and I'll just add they were also assembled or manufactured and put in a way that you can absorb or enjoy the value of that. I'm using a phone, I'm using a camera, which all come from components made or that were from the earth, right? Man has maybe assembled or done other things to capture things. I mean, glass is just heated up rocks, right? It's just formulated in a way that can capture things more easily. So you just have to be consistent with what we're thinking about and know that just because you're trying to say, well, essential oils aren't natural because you have to extract it from from the plant. Well, that would make a lot of things not natural. You get food in a bag, it says natural on it because it came from, something that was maybe unadulterated or, not overly processed. That's why something's natural. Or it didn't have a lot of synthetic stuff put in, or preservatives or artificial flavors or coloring, We have to look at a lot of stuff. All right, so just keeping that all in mind, right? The bigger picture. My last point, which is number 5, essential oils are not dangerous when you understand the benefits and uses properly and know what makes each brand different from a value proposition standpoint. That's right, some brands are just cheaper and that means lower quality. Some brands are more expensive and that doesn't always mean higher quality. We have to look at their GCMS test results. doTERRA provides that on source2u.com when you use the batch number on the bottom of the bottle, which is a way to verify that. And then you also need to look at the ideal chemical constituent profile of the plant and then compare that with the actual bottle batch number, and then you can kind of get an idea of how close they are and go from there. And then comparing multiple brands would be one way to just test objectively for quality. But there's other things. Service. Yes, there's also price, but also there's retail price, there's wholesale price, there's freebies, there's stuff like that, there's free shipping, or there's reimbursed shipping. I mean, I can keep going on and on. Are we comparing apples to oranges, or apples to broccoli, or apples to horses? What are we doing? So it's so important to look at all of that. So what are the lessons learned of this post that she said? Well, basically, there's a lot of things we need to, factor into decisions. It's important that we try to look at the bigger picture instead of just, blinders, one-sided. And if somebody is open to learning about frankincense but concerned about getting a sales pitch, it's important we understand how sales works. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button if you did. Share this video with somebody that would benefit from it. And most importantly, check out the links in the description below so you can continue to get your learn on. And I will see you in the next video.